Hello, guys and gals, and welcome to Airport CEO How to Start. And I've got a lot of people on Steam that want to ask me to make a how-to video on this. I've only played a little over 100 hours, so if you know a better way, or you got a suggestion or a different idea of how to start the game, please leave it down below in the comments. We'll be right back. Okay, guys and gals, we're back. I'm going to start with a new airport. And here you make your character. I'm a male. Um, you get different faces, hairstyles, hair colors. I want to change that hairstyle. There we go. Skin color. I'm a redhead, so I'm pale. You got eyes, different eyes. Let's go ahead with that. Different noses. Different mouths. And different suits. Let's do this. Then type in your name. Of course, mine's going to be BUDDY space 1927. Continue, and you can pick anywhere in the world you want to be there. It tells you where you're at in the world. What I'm going to do is actually come down to here. I'm just going to see if I can build one. Harrisburg. Baltimore. Yeah, let's do Baltimore. I used to live in Frederick, Maryland, which used to be close to Baltimore, so we'll just do Baltimore. What we are going to do, you can name your airport anything you want. So, well, we're just going to call it. Oops, we're just going to call it How to Play. That's going to be the name of the airport. So we need 3 initials. So How to Play. And you can change different logos and stuff like that. Let's just use that one. I always check large. And you got easy, moderate, difficult, and extreme. So I'm just going to go with moderate. What this does, if you're in easy, you start off with $3 million. Emergency events are very rare. Here you start with 2 million. Emergency events are rare. You will start off with 1 million in cash on the what's this difficult. Emergency events are common. And then the last one, start off with $500,000 in cash. Emergency events are very common. So we'll just do with moderate, and we click launch, and I'll bring you back when it's finished loading. Okay, guys, we're back. Since I'm showing you how to do it, there's a tutorial that you can go ahead and do, which will show you the basics, but I'm going to show you the basics, so we're going to go ahead and skip that for right now. Okay, what we need to do is start building an airport. I got the game paused, so what we're going to do is come down here to airport infrastructure, and then we got a runway. You got grass, which is $100,000, and you got tarmac, which is 150. Asphalt, which is 150,000. Since we're going to be starting with $2 million. I want to make as much money as possible in the beginning, so I'm going to go ahead and go with the grass. And I always put mine in the upper left-hand corner of the screen because we can put a second airfield, which will be our commercial right here, and then we'll have two airfields, one for general aviation, and then one for commercial aviation. So what we are going to do next is going to set this up. Since there's only one type of grass, we're going to put one down here at the bottom once it turns green, and one up here at the top once it turns green. Then we're going to take Taxiway, this is also grass, and we're going to go out 5 by 5. And then what I like doing, you might not like it, but I like doing it, is I go ahead and put my service road, and I go 2 squares across, so I got coming and going. Oops, hit the wrong button, and I'll put that there for right now. And what I'll do next is go back to infrastructure, and we'll set up aircraft stands. We're going to rotate so the crosswalk is facing this. And what I like doing is going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we'll rotate it. Actually, I screwed up. Let me go ahead and do taxiway again. I'm going to go 5 wide here. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's 6. I'm going to bring that down to here. And then I'll go back to the stands. And we'll rotate it. And we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we'll just do another service road right here. And of course, it's going to be grass. So we'll come across here just like that. And come down here and connect that. So basically, on the aircraft stands, you have service roads here. This is where the aircraft will park, but you got service roads here. So right now we got a big loop in our service road, so vehicles can get across. Then what we are going to do next is go back to airport infrastructure. Actually, we're going to take our taxiway, and we're going to finish connecting our taxiways. And we'll just go ahead and go like this. And space 5 up. And okay. And we'll finish connecting this to this. And we got our taxiway coming in and coming out. So they land this way. They will come out of here, come down to here to the aircraft stands, and come out of there. But we're going to still build another 10 aircraft stands. So what I need to do first is I need to go like this. This is a vehicle depot. Then we want to come over here to fuel, small aviation fuel, which takes avgas, and we're going to put that right there. And then I want to bring service road up to here so I can, and let's bring the service roads to here. And the only reason why I did that is so I can see where we are in spacing. Let's go back to this. We need aircraft ATC tower connection. So I want to go right here with the air traffic controller. Then we are going back to air stands, and we're going to put in 5 on each side. So we'll rotate it like this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Rotate it and use R to rotate. Then we'll just go 5 down. Oops. Yeah, I forgot you can't have this already. And then we'll just go ahead and finish building that. Then we are going to take our service road again, and we're just going to connect it from up here, go across the taxiway, and connect it to that section. So basically we got a giant racetrack going around with our vehicle depot here and our avgas going here. Next, we need to build a security gate. So I'm going to take our service road down to here. And then what I'm going to do is come down here and put vehicle checkpoint is what we need. We need to rotate it so the service road is on the left and the highway road is on the right. So we'll connect that there. Take our service road and just connect that to the service road. Then take your public highway or your public road and connect it to, actually what I like to do is just go across to about there. Should be good. Next, what we got to do is come over here to operations. We got to go to construction. And right now we have to sign a deal. So let me start running this so that now you got 2-star. This one gets you 61 contractors at $9.40. This gets you 121 contractors at $5 an hour. So let's go ahead and sign that. We'll go back to operations and we'll go ahead and, since we're starting everything, we'll go ahead and click the max. And there is one thing I forgot to do. And I forgot to build the fence. So you come down here to terminal. Come here. We'll start off with a gate. Rotate the gate so it's there and use see that little fence here. We'll connect that there. Then we're going to take the fence, rotate it, and go all the way around here. And we'll just go all the way up to here. The reason why we want this fence is because we want the fence to keep animals out. And what I'm going to do is come back down here and come off of that gate that we just did and come all the way up here. Now the construction workers will build as they go along. And then we'll just come to here and connect to there. So now we got a fence keeping all the animals off the runway. And let's see, flowers and a whole bunch of stuff. There's a cow. If it gets on the runway, it can damage the aircraft while it's landing or delay takeoff, delay landing, and stuff like that. So that's why we need to build a fence completely surrounding there so animals cannot come and go. So the airport is secured. Airport is building right now. And I'll bring you back when everything is done. Okay guys, they're just finishing up the fence. So what we need to start doing is go over to here. We need to, this is your taxiway pathway. And so those blue dots that you see there, and what we are going to do is come from here to here, to the middle here, then just go straight up, and then connect, and then you left click on there, you change the arrow direction. See that little arrow pointing to the right? So that way, this is one way. We do the same thing down here, but make sure it's going to the left, and this is how they enter the runway. So we go back to this, and we'll go back to our taxiway path, and we'll start connecting all the airports. We'll keep it running. Actually, I'm gonna slow it down to 1 here. And since they're done with the construction. You could get another runway there and a couple more there, but I'm gonna save this spot and this spot for later on when we get hangars. So the next thing I like doing before we even do anything, what I like doing is actually it's under what is this called? Infrastructure and transportation. What I like doing is this is where all the people come, because I'm just going to move that to for right now. I'm just actually let's get the supply. This is where when you start building, this is where all your supplies come, and we'll go ahead and put your contractor station there. And what I like doing is just go ahead and delete this, and then all my contractors will move over to here. So what I like doing next, we got everything set up for what we need, and I'm just going to come here and dismiss all the contractors. Buses will come by to pick them up. They'll come here. What I need to do next is get a contract for gas for aviation fuel. So, oh, okay, I did not know that. Airlines, contractors, aviation fuel suppliers. And I have some mods here. We're going to go ahead and go with BP. It's a 3-star. You can go with Avgas, which is also a 3-star, or you can go with E. I don't know what that is called, but yeah. Let's go with BP, since we're in the United States and British Petroleum is actually pretty big here in the United States. We have now a contract. Next thing we need is vehicles. We need to order 1, 2, 3. We'll order 3 Forge fuel trucks that are Avgas. They hold 100 liters, 100 mil. I don't know, liters. So come down here and they'll come up. There's our fuel tank. I think. Let's speed things up here a little bit. Okay, here's our 3 fuel trucks, and what I like doing, you click this purple button, which is where assign them to a spot, and what I'll do is just go ahead and automatically assign. Just left click on the vehicle, and what I like doing is just go ahead and assigning them to the airport. And what this will do, we'll speed it back up, and you can see them. They should be coming in this way. Yes, the buses are holding them up. And they'll get assigned there. Now, one thing that you can do, let's go back to our vehicles. You can see that we own 3 of them, and you can see how they're fueling up with that. Since BP is a yellowish green, is yellow and green together, let's do that. Set color. Do the same thing. I wish there was a way you can save the color, but let's just go ahead and set them all to yeah, it looks good. And close this. And we should get another fuel truck coming in. So what we'll do next, got all our runways connected. We got all our air stands connected. What I'll do next is just come over here to operations. And what we are going to do is turn on avgas. We're going to go ahead and turn on airport open and allow general aviation. And then we'll left click on the airport. And this here tells you the condition of the airport. This part here tells you the operation of the airport. You got, so we're doing takeoff and landing. So that would be takeoff, that would be landing, and that would be, what is it? What I do is just leave these alone. And you got 3 different types of aircraft. You got small, medium, and large. And then down here you got general aviation and commercial. So right now we're just going to turn it on. You'll see everything get clicked away. And our first airplane has landed. And now you can see the fuel trucks coming out. The reason why I do the fuel truck before I open the airport is we actually charge for fuel. You don't make much money on that, but we actually charge for fuel. That way we start making some money. Okay, I like going to daily so I can see. So far we spent $700,000 to set up this airport. So we got the airplanes coming in and going. You got to, before you unlock more stuff, you got to have 5 aviation airplanes land and get, and also 5 aviation planes get refueled. So what I'm going to do is just fast forward till the next day. Actually, I'm going to fast forward for a couple days and let's bring you back. Okay, guys and gals, we've made some money. What I'd like to do is show you this. This is economy. And we'll go more into details of everything that we've done already. Over here, since we're on daily, this will open everything up. We earned yesterday $41,500 in runway fees. It costs $500 to land and $500 to take off. In parking fees, we got $83,700, and parking fees are when the plane stays on the air stand, and they charge like $100 an hour. We don't have hangar repairs yet. aviation fuel, we've made $12,000. We don't have a lot of this stuff yet, but we do have expenses. Operating costs right now cost us $70,664. Repairs to the runway, which I'll go over a little bit later, but that cost us $3,857. We had fuel trucks that came and delivered fuel. That cost us $3,600. We had taxes or corporate taxes, which cost us $10,071. Unfortunately, you still got to pay taxes in this game, which gave us a net profit of $49,015. And as you can see, we made $49,015. So that's how we make money. Now let me go over a couple things here. On every aircraft stand tells you the percentage of the stand. To repair it, you hit the blue wrench and hammer. And the same thing on the airport. This is at 77, so if we want to repair it to 100%, there, but it costs money to repair. So every time, like this guy, every hour he's on there, he has to pay us $100 an hour. Now, this is a general aviation airport, and that's what we have set up to run. And this is the initial part of the game. General aviation means basically private planes that come and go where they're going. If you click on the plane, it will show you it's going, this is where we're at, and it's going to Akron, Ohio. And down here it tells you what they are requesting, and they're only requesting fuel. That's the only thing that we need right now to keep our pilots happy is fuel. And remember, every time a plane takes off, that's $500. Every time a plane lands, that's another $500. Every time a plane stays here for an hour, that's $100 an hour. Now if we go up here, this is your notification button in the upper left hand corner, and what I do is I just turn off their emails, but it will show you this tells you new product arrives, gives you what has happened. If something happens, it'll give you a notification. And what I like doing is setting mine to notify notifications on high, and you clear them. So once you've checked them out, you can go ahead and clear. And up in the upper right hand corner is your settings. You got you can report a bug, save game, load game, game settings, control settings, graphic settings, audio settings. You can quit to menu, which is the main menu, or you can quit and you can quit the game. Down here are your different tabs, which are right here on the side. You do start off with 3 emails. You got the mayor welcoming you, which I don't really pay notifications. This is about the year award. Performance report, and so on and so on. The better the performance report, the more money you got. You got operations, and on here you got 3 sub menus. The operations, you open and close the airport, allow general aviation, and bigger the airport and more R&D, the more you got options that you can do. This is where your R&D projects are done, and we'll do that in the next episode. And this is where you call your contractors. Right now I have no contractors because every time the contractors are just standing around, we're getting charged hourly rate for each contractor, which I think was $5.70 or something like that an hour for each contractor, and I had 161. that money adds up quickly. So when I know I'm not building anything, I dismiss all my contractors. I will go ahead and deploy all my contractors if I'm building that, or if I'm just going to be building a smaller section, I might deploy 5 to 20 depending on what's going on. Economy, and you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different sub menus underneath there. And this is your general aviation. Right now, we've made what time is it? It's 9:30 in the morning. We made $22,573. Yesterday, of course, we made 49.15. And this menu can't operate until we get a CEO, which we will do late. Actually, we'll do that in the next episode, but you can control the prices, and I'll go more into details on that. You can take loans out. Right now, we only got 2 loans available to us, and we can get one for $640,000, or we can get one for $210,000. The $210,000 hourly cost, they're going to deduct $1,056, and the total cost to repay back the loan will be $228,179, and that's at 9%. This is at 8. More is 8%, but the hourly rate is more than double that, and your total pay is a little bit more. Next one is your contracts that you already have. And right now, yeah. And this will show you all your contracts. If it's yellow or orange, whatever color you want to call it, that means we can renegotiate the contracts. And we'll get into that a little bit later. And these are contracts that are available to you, but you can only have one contractor. You can only have one gasoline. And as we go along, airlines, there'll be more. You got airline contractors, aviation fuel, catering, de-icing, fuel supplies. So you got a lot of different things. Staff is current number of staff that we have. The only employee we have is ourselves, so we're not considered staff. But you got 4 sub menus here. This one here is applicant, and they go by a rating system from very good to moderate to bad. And right now we got two of those, but we don't need any employees. This is your vehicle. You've got 2 sub menus. The first sub menu is this one, which shows you how many vehicles you have. It also tells you when this will need. It also gives you, since they're fuel trucks, it tells you how much fuel that they have left. Now, unfortunately, this is when it gets down, I think down below 40%, it turns orange, which kind of blends in. But you can, if you take a look at this side, so you know that about here. So we got some fuel going on. You can assign them to wherever you want, where they ever can be assigned. You can sell them, and of course, this is your vehicles that you can purchase. And one thing I'll tell you right now: the more R&D you do, the more vehicles you will have. Right now, because I have a large, this is considered a large aviation, a general aviation park. I'm using 3 fuel trucks. Reason why I'm using 3 fuel trucks, and they cost you an hourly rate. The reason why I'm using the 3 fuel trucks is to build a reputation up with other pilots, so they can say, "Hey, I was at HTP, and they're pretty good at fueling very fast, and I enjoyed that." So you build up your reputation with other pilots, and you start seeing more and more planes coming in. More about that later on. This is your statistics. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And this is your airline. You need a CIO is required, passengers, staff, uh, conveyor belts, vehicle statistics, incident statistics, and economy statistics. And then you got your tutorial. And there's three tutorials. You got small airfield, which is what we've just done. Then you got regional airport, which we are going to be doing next. Then you got international airports, which we will do later on. But if you want to explore this, be my guest. I'm just showing you how I play the game. There's different ways to play the game. I'm just giving you an idea of how I play it and why I do it and why I set my airport up this way. So, but if you got a different idea or you think a better idea, leave it down below in the comments. Let me know. Let's just go ahead and close that. And you can open this with tab and close it with tab, or you can click on whichever one you want. Now down here below, you got flights plan, which is none. We got no flights plan because we don't have a commercial airport. This is flight monitoring. We got no flights to monitor. We'll get more into that. You got different levels of, and we'll get into that a little bit more. But you can go two ground level. You can go down below the ground 2 levels, and you can build your terminal up to 3 levels. So you got 5 different levels that you can actually use in this process. What else do we got? Oh yeah, down here these buttons, you got your terminal, and there is your terminal foundation and everything that goes within the terminal except for the fences and the lights. All that, those are for the outside, but that's considered part terminal. Next you got your zones, and right now we got staff zone, bathroom zone, and staff room. We don't have security, we haven't researched security. Here are your vehicle infrastructures and transportation structures. This is for the world connection, which is this road coming in. You can delete that and you can change the direction of the world income. You got regular public roadways, service roads, one-way roads, vehicle checkpoints, sidewalks, crosswalks, contractor site, which is where the contractors are delivered and hang out. This is your delivery site where all the deliveries are done for supplies that you need for the contractors to build. Then you got bus stops. You got a sheltered bus stop. You got car stop, which is where they basically is where it's up by the front of the terminal and people just pull in, drop off, or pick up people. Then you got taxis, stops, and you got public parking. So we'll get into that a little bit more in detail. Now we got the airport infrastructure, which you start off from the left to right. We go air tower, or air traffic control tower, or the ATC. You have your different type of runways. Since all we can do right now is small, we got grass or asphalt. Same thing with the runway ramps. We got grass and 3 different types of connections, which when we start building the commercial side, we'll use this a little bit more. You got your air stands, which is right now grass and asphalt. You got your taxiway, which is grass and asphalt. You got your taxiway pathway. You got your vehicle depot, which this can hold up to 20 different vehicles. You got service vehicle parking lot, which this can hold up to 7 vehicles. Then you got your fuel depots. Right now all we got is avgas. Then you got weather station, which is a small weather station. Then you got tiles, and you only got asphalt tiles. Then you got some decoration. Yeah, this decoration. Then you got a windsock. So I'll tell you what, let's go ahead and down here we'll put a small weather station. We'll come back to our operations, go to contractors, and I just need 5 sign, and they can go ahead and build that, and it gives you a little bit more information. Let's continue with this, and let's add a windsock, and we'll put a windsock down here so they can see which, when they come out here, they can see which way the wind is blowing. So we got a few decorations going on there. Now next is baggage. Next is baggage, conveyor belt system. Next is staff, where you got staff room and staff zone and desks. We'll get into that next episode. You got your desks, which desks we'll talk about later. We got security we'll talk about later. Bathrooms we'll talk about later. We got shops, restaurants, and airline lounges. We got seating, and you got the different types of seating, which we'll go into a little bit later. We got decorations, which we can, these are all for inside the terminal and for outside. We got this, which is templates, which you can save your you can save templates and stuff like that. You got your searches that we can do. You have your passenger overlay. You got your walk access where people can walk around. You got your air runway. Oh, we need to go ahead and repair. Yeah, let's go ahead and repair that. And then you got hide, which will hide all that up. Then you can set different colors, and then you got pre-building. You can pre-build everything that you need, and then you got your bulldozer. And then down here is your general tab. Now down below, you got 3 speed type. You got 4. You got pause by hitting the space button, pauses. By hitting the 1, it changes to normal speed. 2 is 2 times the speed, and 3 is 3 times the speed, as you can see as the aircraft goes. Let's go back to 2. Down, then you got the day. Next section down here is the day of the week and the time. Let's go back to 1. And day 4, year 1. Each day is a month, so 12 days equals 1 year. This down here, since we've added the weather station, tells us temperature and wind. And also tells you the season, so we're in summertime. This here is scheduled airplanes are taking and coming. We have zone overlays. We have room overlays. We have taxiway overlays. And if you hit Z, you can turn off the orange, which is basically these are secure runways. So, but it shows you exactly the way that does, or you can just do that by pressing Z. Pressing C. Z will turn on your security and turn off your overlays, and that will do that. Which we already done that. Taxiway, we done that. Queued overlays, which will show you the queues, which we go over a little bit later. This is your conveyor belt system, and this is your toggle, your terminal, which we don't have. Then this tells you how many passengers you have. This tells you your employees. This tells you your baggage. This tells you how many planes you currently have at your airport in these stands. Right now we have 12. We're going to lose one once that plane takes off, but it's going to add that one to it. And if you watch it, went from 11. That plane's taking off, and it should have gone back up to 12, but this tells you your services. And right now we just have 3 tourist vehicles. This gives you a rundown of your average percentage, your current percentage, and everything breaking down, and some more. And this right here tells you how much money you have. So we got $1.309872, and this gives you your hourly rate. So I hope you understand the basic. I showed you the basics of how I'm doing this, and the reason why I did 20 air stands is because I like building my airport in phases. And so basically this is going to be, right here is going to be my general aviation, where once we completely upgrade this to concrete, you'll see a increase of how much money we actually will make. Then what I like doing is putting my small commercial runway here, and this loud back runway here, and then we will build our terminal right here, and then connect everything to the terminal that we need to connect, and all that. We'll bring this service road over to here, and everything will be connected. But that's the way I like doing it, because you can make a lot of money. I'm talking about $180,000. This on your general aviation a day. $180,000 is a lot of money, especially when you are first starting off. So, in our next episode, we are going to discuss R&D and how it works, and why I do all my R&D before I even start construction on my commercial side. So if you're new to my channel, hit that subscribe button and bell. That way you know when the latest videos I do come along and when I go live here on YouTube. Also do me a favor, hit that like button. Every like I get helps support this channel by this channel being seen more on YouTube, and I would really appreciate that. And this is a how-to series. This is how I do it. Doesn't mean this is how you should do it. And if you're watching this and you have played Airport CEO and you got suggestions, leave a comment down below. Your ideas down below. If you see something I'm doing wrong, let me know down below in the comments. If you see a better way to improve it, leave it down below in the comments. So I'll leave that at that. So y'all be safe out there in the world. Have fun playing your games, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.